Good morning, team. I wanted to create a short couple of videos as we're all super busy and this isn't necessarily the perfect training scenario, but we're going to be recording videos on each step in the process just to get a fresh reminder of what we should be doing out into the field. And in addition to that, what we're going to be doing as far as product and whatnot and so forth. That way we can, one, sharpen our tools. That way we can ultimately be prepared when we get to the home. And two, I want you guys to record videos of yourself going through each step. That way we can be as sharp as we feasibly can. That way we can hit the ground running as soon as possible. So when we're talking about our 10 steps, our first step is going to be mindset. It happens for some of us when we wake up in the morning. For some of us, it happens the night before, making sure that we have all of our stuff ready for the day, making sure that all of our clothes are necessarily set out. We know where we're going to be going in that particular day. We have all of our stuff arranged the way that we need it to have arranged. That way we're not stressed. That way we're not burdened. We're going to have leads set. Excuse me. We're going to have leads set for you by 7 a.m. Or 7 p.m. Excuse me. The night before your appointments, and we're going to try the best as we possibly can to not necessarily have a lot of same day appointments. That way you're prepared and you know exactly where you're going, and you're ready to kill the day for sure. So mindset, starting off on the right step. It's important, we all get caught in the trap of listening to music, listening to random different stuff. I love comedy and whatnot necessarily in the car. And those things are great to listen to, but we got to be filling our minds with positive things. Our sales Bible that we've listened to for years, the Closer Survival Guide, the 1 Minute Salesman, the 1 Minute Manager, there's a list of these different things on Audibles that we should be doing each and every day to sharpen our minds to get prepared. We arrive to the appointment 15 minutes early before each and every appointment. We're scoping out the neighborhood. Although we're not doing exterior products, we still want to know if those homeowners have done home improvements. What type of area are they living in? Have their neighbors done? Do they like to keep up with the Joneses? What kind of cars are they driving? Are they monthly payment buyers? These are all things that we're doing prior to the appointment. We're there 15 minutes early. We're making sure that our iPads or Android devices, that they're cleaned off, they don't have smudges on them, that they're not necessarily dirty. Especially with the pandemic going on, we need to make sure that our demo equipment is clean and looking good, that it's all doesn't look like it's been discarded. You guys will be getting booties, so you guys want to make sure that we're wearing booties. If they are wearing masks when you come up, that you're wearing your mask. We knock on the door a couple of minutes before, showing them respect of when we're arriving. And we're extremely professional. You're wearing your name badge. If they shake hands, great. If not, fist bump or, whatever's necessarily comfortable for them. Arriving to the appointment right when it starts or 5 minutes behind. I know that it happens from time to time, especially when we're rushing and rush hour picks up, but we should try to revert this as much as we can. If you're new and you don't know the bath industry and you don't know your particular product, there's lots of different things we can do. Instead of writing 15 minutes early before the appointments, maybe we arrive 30 minutes and we're in the neighborhood and we're studying up on our product, focusing on one little thing each and every time to become masters of our craft. That's mindset, getting into that right mind. I never answer my phone 15 minutes before an appointment, especially if it's, any significant other of mine. The reason for that is you need your head clear. You're in this appointment for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever the time period that you're in there. And we need to focus. We don't need to necessarily be worrying about, oh, my wife's mad at me because I didn't take out the trash, or my husband's mad at me, or or necessarily what it is. Because if we're not on our game, if we're not paying attention to these homeowners and the little cues that they're putting down, then we're not going to make that sale. Nobody's just going to randomly walk up and give you $10,000. And so we need to be on our game and on point, right? And that way, when we walk inside of the house, we're prepared and we're ready to go all day, every day. Prepped, refreshed, ready. We've gone to the bathroom before we got to the house. The only thing that we're thinking about is how we're going to be able to make sure that we're going to get up in our homeowner's face and serve the shit out of them and delivering the best possible experience we can for them. And then the only two reasons they don't buy from us is they're broke or they're stupid. But we have to make sure that we give it a full conscious swing every time. And that starts with our first and most important step, which is mindset. Walking in like there isn't anything you could do to stop me from selling you today. Right? I'm the very best at what I do. There's nobody better. And we should all have that attitude walking inside the house, but we're only going to have that attitude if we prepare. Preparation is going to be the key to success. And that's why mindset is going to be so vitally important. The next step that we'll go into, right, real quick before we end this video, is going to be our first or second step, excuse me. It's going to be our entry and warm up. Sometimes we're going to have that homeowner that wants to get started right away. They want to take you right to the bathroom area. We got to come see this. Just go take a look at it, right? Because they have anxiety. And a lot of contractors, when they come in, that's all that they do. They go in, take a look, write some notes, and then they leave and don't even leave them an estimate or never send them an estimate, or maybe they do, but they didn't do any necessarily discovery questions or anything like that. So let's go to the bathroom with them if that's what they want to do first. I usually set my bag down. I don't bring my tape measure in. I use statements like, I can see exactly why we're here today. Oh my gosh, how long has it been this way? Excuse me. And then from there, all we do is we go right back to the kitchen table. Great. Would you mind if I ask you a few questions and then we'll get started today? And then now you've taken that comfortable control back from the homeowner, right? This is their house. We're respecting their house. We did what they wanted to do. Now it's going to be our time to take control. They feel better, and they don't necessarily know what's coming next, but they feel better that they got it off their chest. He saw the bathroom and she saw the bathroom, and now we're ready to move on to the next step. From here, what we want to do is we want to be sitting at the kitchen table as much as possible. Now, I know I've been in the house thousands of times, and I understand that sometimes we're not able to get to the kitchen table. Sometimes I don't got a kitchen table. Sometimes the orders, those are one-offs-ish, but by and large, we should be sitting at the kitchen table. And while we're there, we open it up with, what inspired you to call us today? We use the word inspire because it inflicts emotion, right? There's emotion with the word inspire. Not how can I help you? You can use that, but what inspired you to call us today? And by and large, they'll tell you, well, hey, we need to get a bath estimate, right? Nobody's just going to usually word vomit on you. We just need to get a bathroom estimate. Okay. I see that your home was built between, I think, what, in the 1970s, between 70 and 75. Yeah. Oh, man, I've been doing this quite a long time. And what a lot of homeowners in your neighborhood and other people have told me in this houses of this particular age, that sometimes the water just kind of drips constantly. Sometimes you get grout in between, or sometimes in the grout, you get that organic growth, that black stuff that just keeps coming no matter how much you scrub it. Sometimes you get soft spots all along the drywall on the outside of the shower. Sometimes it's slippery. Soap scum that just never kind of comes off as much as you clean it. So which one of these, or which couple of these things are you currently experiencing? Now we're going to pause for a second. The reason we ask that question, one, is we're giving them the information that this happens to everybody on homes of your age, because we don't want to make people feel bad that they're not necessarily keeping up with their bathroom area, because we don't want to shit on their house. I've been inside of appointments to where even some of you on this call, I followed you when you guys were at different companies, and they said, oh man, that person made me feel like my house was a piece of crap, right? And we don't necessarily want homeowners to feel that way. And so what we do is you want to go ahead and tell them, hey, other people in your area experience things just like this, right? And so when we're able to do that with them, it kind of gives them comfort, and we're actually forcing them to answer. And so when we do that, right, they're going to say, well, yeah, I guess, there's soap scum, there's, that black stuff inside of there, but we just deal with it. We clean it. Okay. How long has it been that way? Has it been getting worse over time? Well, yeah, now to come to think about it, yeah, it's getting a little bit worse. Okay. Would you say, like, do you typically, clean it like right after you're done using it? Do you have a couple days a week? I mean, how much time would you spend in a week, I guess, cleaning your bathroom? Oh, I don't know. I mean, something we got to do, maybe like an hour to 2 hours. I guess it is taking a little bit more time. Wow, that's a long time. What I could definitely tell you guys, definitely keep a clean house, and how important it would be to keep your bathroom clean. Which one of you two, or maybe both of you, which one of you two typically cleans the bathroom? Well, that would be her. Okay, how does it make you feel that she has to spend all this time cleaning that bathroom? Not very good, right? Okay, great. So besides, you said you had the grout stuff going on, stuff inside the grout and the soft walls. Anything else that's really bothersome about your shower? Yeah, I mean, we just don't like the design. It's probably time for an update and blah, blah, blah. Okay, great, thanks. And then we can able to move on, right? So what we want to do is we want to set little landmines, right? And it's just like when you're going to go buy a new car, and you're going to go say, I want to go buy this, white Mercedes, and you're going to start seeing white Mercedes everywhere in town, right? And these homeowners, because life is so busy and all the constant time, all they're thinking about is everything that they got to do the day. I got to take the kids to soccer practice. I got to go to the grocery store. I got to go to work. I got to do this for her, do this for him, and whatnot with it. They just kind of, they're sitting there in the shower, kind of getting their day started. They're not necessarily paying attention. And so we're bringing things that we're going to be looking at during our inspection up to light and reminding them that, oh my gosh, these things are going on. They have been going on for a long time and we have to take care of this now. Even if they're there for design, we have to take care of it. So we're bringing that to the forefront because once we get inside the bathroom, they're going to be looking. Even if they said, nah, nothing, it's fine, there's nothing going on. If we've been able to bring up these things and touch on these things, when we go into the bathroom, they're going to be looking for it. They're going to be looking, oh my gosh, there is that kind of black stuff inside of the grout where the grout is, or oh my gosh, the fiberglass tub, it is cracking along the drain, or it's starting to discolor a little bit, and oh my gosh, I didn't realize how bad it was. They may not verbalize it to you, but if you're paying attention to their faces when they walk into their bathroom, they're going to be paying attention to it. They're going to be looking at it, and those are all things that we have to bring up, because when we're the professional, when we're going in to do our inspection, we're going to be thoroughly looking at it and pointing it out that these are things that they necessarily can't wait on any longer, that we have to take care of this sooner rather than later before their bath problem turns into a whole house problem. So from there, what we want to do, right, is then we want to get them after this step is we want to go there and we want to go ahead and give them an agenda, right? So after we've been able to go through your survey, glean as much information as possibly can. If you guys want to take notes, you surely can. I'm not a big proponent of it. I think that we should be sharp as a tech and we should be able to remember necessarily all these things. But if that's something that you can't do, or you feel more comfortable writing it down, or if that's in your process, that's totally fine. From here, we want to tell them an agenda set, right? And we want to make sure that they're prepared for each and everything that we're going to be doing. And with our agenda set, we're going to tell them, did the individual on the phone, did they actually tell you what we're going to be doing today? No, they just said you're going to give an estimate, or yeah, they did. They're going to say you're going to give an estimate. Great. Well, let's kind of give you a little bit more detail of a rundown. That way it doesn't surprise you or anything. So after this, we're going to get up and we're going to go do an inspection of your bathroom. While we're there, we're going to look at some issues that could be going on. We're going to go through a design thing, maybe some few suggestions. You're going to point out some things. I'm going to point out some things. And then from there, we'll get a good idea at least the scope of work today. Does that sound good? Great. From there, we're going to come back. I'm going to go out and give you some of our samples in. That way you can kind of go do a little bit of batch shopping today to see not only what's available from us, but what's available in the industry. And today you'll be able to pick out the exact material that you like. And then we'll tell you a little bit about our company and why so many families such as yourself, they love to utilize us for their home improvement project. All that sound good? Great. And then after that, we're going to go through some pricing. We're going to give you a price that's good for 6 months. Because in our industry, things can kind of fluctuate necessarily over time. So we're going to give you that price that's locked in. We do have some monthly promotions that are currently going on right now. They each have cash and financing options, however you guys like to buy. And then if you guys absolutely fall in love with it, you love our design, you love everything else, and everything makes sense, I can pass along a small bonus to you today, if that makes sense. If not, you do have our monthly and national promotion, whatever makes sense to you. But did you guys have any questions before we go ahead and get started? No, great, perfect. And then you roll into the bathroom, right? The one thing that I did leave out is, and I apologize for that, is when you were in the first part of your agenda set, when you're talking about we're going to do an inspection, we tell them that we're going to do it together, right? So, hey, we're actually going to do this together. And the reason for that is, if they bring it up, right, is, hey, oh, he can take care of it. He can take care of it. He does all the construction projects. If that ever happens to you inside your first step, you want to maybe smile a little bit and be like, so Mrs. Jones, did your husband pick out all the glittery pillows that are on inside your couch, or that nice little glitter stand, or your little translucent sheets on your bed? If you've been inside the room yet, she's gonna be like, no. All right, so do you really feel comfortable? I know my wife wouldn't feel comfortable with me designing a bathroom or designing anything else. Do you really feel comfortable? I promise not to take too much of your time, but I think it would be valuable that if we all went inside there into your bathroom and got at least a good look at it and a good feel. That way I can paint the picture, and you can paint the picture to me of exactly what you want, so we can build the bathroom of your dreams. Does that sound fair enough? That's if you get a rebuttal, but we do need to tell them that they're both going to be coming with us. So that was a brief rundown of our mindset, of our entry, and of our warm-up and our agenda set. I would like for you guys to work on this, tweak this. If you guys want to shoot me a quick video of yours, great. I will also send over today, if not today, I'll send it over first thing in the morning of our training and whatnot. So you can actually read this pretty thoroughly. That doesn't necessarily, just keep in mind, it doesn't necessarily have to be word for word or perfect. Because all of our 10 steps, all that it is it's just a skeleton to get you to where you need to go. There's these key points in each part of it that need to be hit each and every time, but it's going to be a skeleton, so it doesn't necessarily need to sound like a scripted wordy thing. So I'll go ahead and send that over to you as well. I just wanted to give you, I'm going to be doing these videos in the next couple days here on each individual step. That way we can get refreshed, refined. I want us to be sharp as a tack. I want to be, when I bring you guys in or call you guys, or, I want to ask you to email me. I want to see you doing these necessarily steps, because I want to make sure that when we hit the ground running, we're giving it our best swing. That way, we're serving our customers and you guys can make the most amount of money. If you guys have any questions, please let me know, and we'll talk to you guys soon.